Hi, Sag. All right, let's see what comes out for you, Sagittarius. Wow, everybody keeps getting similar messages, not the same, but similar messages of endings, okay? Hmm. Okay. I do feel like, yeah, so there's someone here that could be like looking at things that remind them of you. So some type of pictures or memorabilia is coming up about you, Sag, in someone's presence or vicinity, in their phone, in their photo album. I don't know. And they're thinking of you. But we also have coffin here as well. So this is something that has possibly ended, it's already ended. This ending is purposeful, by the way. So this ending was supposed to bring like growth or some type of change. So definitely, whoever this person is, you have learned a very valuable lesson from this situation. Okay, I feel like you have already learned your lesson from the situation. Even if this most recently happened, I feel like you caught on very quick. Like your wisdom turned on, a light bulb turned on, like Ace of Swords, a breakthrough. You learned a lesson very quickly. So this is really done and it's taught you something. But there's some very big nostalgic energy for this other person involved, okay? Hmm. I almost see you like a dandelion, like, something about you is about to not be in reach of this situation, this person. It's almost like, if they wait too late, you will kind of like fall off the face of the earth in their eyes. You know how like you blow on a dandelion and all the particles just go and it's like just left with that bulb. I almost feel like that. Like you're about to go wherever the wind blows you. You are moving on to your next destination, almost like world card energy. So you've learned a really tough lesson or you learned a lesson, period. You're moving on to your next chapter in life. You also could be moving, by the way. You could be relocating or actually moving. And it's going to be like something is really done, but someone's like looking at, I don't know, things of you. Okay. All right. Let's see what this means. Okay, interesting. Hmm. I don't know. I just see that you're going to be focusing on a lot of independence. So I feel like this situation taught you independence. There's something about just being very secure in where you're headed, building your own stability, growing your own stability, fending for yourself, and just really feeling very secure and stable and abundant alone. So this could have been a lesson about like codependence and not just getting with energies that are not divine just out of loneliness or out of boredom because um in a direct past we have the lovers in reverse, so this was like a false soulmate, a false, yeah, like you thought someone in you had like a very strong spiritual connection. I feel like the spiritual connection stemmed from the lesson that was supposed to be learned, but it's not like really someone you're supposed to be doing life with, okay? And then I asked what happened between you and this person, and we have like why did things end, and we have the we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Now, the first thing I'm noticing with this card is Like a false sense of like pride or confidence. That's not the first thing. I want to say the first thing, but I don't want to offend anybody. I don't know. I just see someone who's bald or balding. Okay. Forgive me. Okay, so yeah, with the Six of Wands in reverse, very false sense of confidence. Okay? Like this could be someone who's overly confident, but um for when they do come around a lot of people, people are judging them. And not in a mean way. It's like it's very like verbatim, like that's you're not all that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so obviously someone should have this type of confidence, but it gives like what's the word? There's a word for it. It's not haughtiness, because haughtiness is like a show off. It's basically like someone who's just like so self-absorbed that they cannot realize their downfalls and that are very obvious. Like there's some downfalls within this person that's painfully obvious. So it's almost like being very like vain or self-absorbed that you feel like your shit doesn't stink, but when you come in a room, we can smell, you know? So I don't know. I feel like that's a reason. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say this because it's kind of embarrassing to speak about for this person. But I feel like a big reason that things ended and maybe that you didn't turn back because you felt like someone was not what they perceived you to get when you first met them. There could have been like more attraction and compatibility and bond when you first met this person, but as getting to know them, you started to feel like they had a significant fall from grace. Okay, so let's clarify that and see what's going on. And I'm not going to say this person's not humble. I just feel like they just are very blind to things that they should be taking care of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if that's like this person's appearance. I don't know if that's like their hygiene. I don't know if that's like their behavior. I don't know if that's like their, you know, presence, how they speak. I don't know. It's just something that could come off like kind of embarrassing. Six of Wands in reverse. House. Okay, first and foremost, what's being very highlighted is this person's stability. Also, something to do with a home. Okay, so there's some type of lie or falsehood surrounding a home. And their stability, like their career, their business, their hustles in life, how they make money, how they save money, what they're building in life. Okay, so there's some type of like embarrassment surrounding that or just falsehood, like not really being what you portrayed. I don't feel like this person lied, hopefully not, but I do feel like there's like a falsehood here, like a false betrayal. And there's a big fall from grace. So this person also may be losing a home. Because Six of Wands is like fall from grace. So if they did have a home, they could be losing that home, which, you know, could be very understandable because if we look at the market, a lot of people, you know, with just the added taxes are paying incredible amounts in their home in a little bit of time of having their loan. So I don't really judge people for that. Okay, and then we have consolation also. This is like, why is it hard for me to articulate this reading for you? I don't know why I just can't say it. This is like confessions, okay? You know, like how Usher did, these are my confessions, okay? I feel like someone also confessed to not being all that in a bag of chips. So they kind of opened up about like things that are the truth about them. And it was a big, it just was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that you were less than. I know that sounds bad, but I just feel like the closer you got to this person, the more trust that you had with this person, you started to see cracks in the foundation. You started to see that someone just wasn't who they portrayed themselves to be. Okay, so that's why it ended. Now, okay, it's ended now, and what I see for you, Sag, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and then you have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So, I see you minding your own business, okay? So you could be minding your own business. I don't feel like you're the person reminiscing or having nostalgia. Seems like you're very busy. You're building something for yourself. You are going to be in the Nine of Pentacles very, very soon, which is a very exciting energy because it's really like an energy of just feeling very secure and having your back financially, stability, having your own home, being very, having a lot of discernment, being wise, making really great decisions, and standing very independently and being very secure in your independence. And I see you working on that right now. So you could be working overtime, late hours, early mornings. You're putting a lot of effort into mastering something. Some of you guys are taking classes, mentorships, researching on your own, and you're really perfecting something that's going to bring in that Nine of Pentacles energy for you. So I see you being super busy with that. And even though Pentacles is very like rigid at times and slow, I almost feel like this could be like a passion project for you. Like you feel passionate behind it, which makes it very enjoyable and fun. So like you could easily spend hours doing this because you enjoy it. Okay. So tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, pleasure seekers. Exactly that. Okay, exactly that. And the funny thing about pleasure seekers is like it's a vice. So I feel like your new vice 2025 is being a workaholic. Okay. Sorry about that, Sag. I just had someone come in. All right, so yeah, with the pleasure seekers, it's like a vice. So I feel like your new vice is gonna be like just being a workaholic. Like I do feel like staying up very, very, very. Hey, you loud. Okay, sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Okay, let me gather myself. As I was saying, the Eight of Pentacles with the pleasure seekers is like a vice of being a workaholic, working a little bit too much. But you're very passionate behind this. But if you think about a vice, that can deteriorate you if you overdo it, right? So in a way that I feel like this could deteriorate you, I feel like insomnia. Like, you don't want to be waking up with the bags under your eyes. You don't want to be wired at night and then crashing during the day. Another way that this could deteriorate you is like if you're typing, if you're writing, if you're using your hands a lot. Carpal tunnel is real. So you're going to have to take them calcium pills, okay? So just be very careful of that. But this will be your new vice. This may be what you pour your energy into and you enjoy it, and it can become very addictive, okay? People always say, who working hard, being a workaholic is not bad, but sometimes it can be a little bad. It can put you in a pattern where that's all you want to do, and you kind of forget to step outside and smell the roses. So just be aware of that. But I do see you having a lot of good times with this. So you're doing something very healthy, and you're bettering yourself, and you're creating the lifestyle that you want to live. Faithfulness is here as well. You are stepping into an energy where you can trust yourself. And what that basically means, and what I see it for you as, is like if you set goals in the past and then it fell through, you never completed them. Or if you said, this is who I want to be, this is what I'm going to do this month, and you didn't do it, Like equate faithfulness to like the same energy that people do for like American New Year's when they're setting their resolutions, and like the shame or the betrayal or the heartbreak that happens when you are really motivated for the New Year's, but then you kind of like get off track. Faithfulness with the Eight of Pentacles basically says that you can trust yourself to be very loyal and stick to your plan, and that equates progress, which is why you'll be in the Nine of Pentacles very soon. Okay, now with every high, there always has to be something that comes and takes you low. Okay, we do have the Seven of Wands in reverse, which shows that you're going to be under attack. Let's see how that's happening. Someone is attacking my Sag. All right, we have young woman here, which is just so interesting. And we have scholar here. So you're being attacked because of like choosing to master yourself. I don't know. If you think about a scholar, you think about a student. So this would be equivalent to someone attacking you because you want to go back to school. You want to take training. You are spending so many hours in, you may be isolating yourself from certain people in your life that maybe want to be around you. You may be isolating yourself from this person who's reminiscing about you. I don't know. Who is attacking Sag? Who's coming for the Sagittarius here? And with the young woman being here too, it's like, it looks so innocent. It's like it doesn't seem like you're harming anyone or doing anything. It doesn't feel shady. You look very dainty, very cute, even if you're a young man. You look very like gentleman-like, very dainty on your morning stroll. And it's like blindsided attack here. Let's see. Who is attacking the Sag? Despair, a miserable person. Okay. And okay, so they're not attacking you physically, because I know that you will lift this dress up in 1 second and box them. Box them down. Box them out the window like White Lotus, okay? Anyway. Messenger, they're doing it through a message. They're doing it through a message. It's a surprise message to you. It's a surprise, okay? You will respond, by the way. So you're responding to this person. Falseness and foe is here, so they're just an enemy. Remember, you're good old faithful, and this person is very false and likes to play games. They're waiting on your response. They're saying something, maybe to get a rile out of you. They're wondering if you respond. You will respond to this person. You have time that day because gift is here. And I feel like that's what someone's been hoping for, to hear from you. And misery loves company, so remember that. So maybe think twice before responding. Or if you do respond, maybe think twice from giving this person what they want. It's almost like someone wants to beat you up and they're provoking you to kind of like beat them up. And I know it's not good advice, but what you're being advised to do here is just like, take the blow. Now, I don't think Sagittarius does too well with that. You are the only zodiac sign with a weapon, but you are being advised to take the blow. Don't let this person trick you out your spot. And this is someone who thinks about you a lot, so it's just kind of awkward. All right, let's go ahead and get your last words. I'm gonna have to edit this video, which I hate doing. I like to just run them through, but I had to pause in the middle, so I mean, it should still go up tonight with everyone else's readings, and I'll try to do it in order. I don't think it will take that long. All right, let's see. Y'all, I don't know what to say, but I just feel annoyed sometimes and just ready for change. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, one more. Cool. What's on the bottom of the deck for my Sag? We have strictly straight, okay? So your sexual preference could be coming out, or maybe this is someone else's sexual preference. I don't know. That's coming out for whatever. We have strap up, okay? So yeah, who else did this come out for? I think this just came out for Virgo. This came out for Virgo. So if you are dealing with the Virgo, double strap up. But strap up is just like sexual health, and part of your energy is the 9 of Pentacles, which is very healthy energy, but it's also very wise and using discernment. So you definitely don't want to go against your intuition or just your natural routine of your sexual health. So if you naturally would like to use a condom, but you have someone peer pressuring you not to, I think you're old enough and wise enough and mature enough to stand your ground and strap up. Okay, we have cold here. So someone could be thinking you're acting very cold with them. I miss you bad. Yeah, that's why this person's reaching out and they're going to start stuff with you. They miss you bad. Okay. Oh, okay, we have gay. Okay. Another sexual preference. We have phone blowing up. Okay. We have alone time. period. That's how I feel right now. I understand. All right, let's see what else. We have working out. I want to see you work out for me, work out for me. All right, we have betrayal. And last but not least, we have flaws in all. Again, this is what I was trying to convey with that message of the Six of Wands in reverse. Someone had, I could not get it out for some reason. Someone kind of came through like Mr. or Mrs. Perfect in your life. You obviously knew that they weren't perfect, but once things started to be uncovered, it was a lot of flaws, like a lot, like more than they were upfront about and more than you brought to the table. And it started to kind of like weigh on you and made you think in a very, you were started to feel very unattractive about this person, but you were willing to stick it through with them. But this ended inevitably anyway. So there it goes. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Please like the video, comment down below. Let me know what's going on in your life because I definitely want to know. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my other Sagittarius channel. I think maybe I should go live there tomorrow, so I'll write that down. But yeah, that will be linked in the description box for you if you want to subscribe to my other Sagittarius only channel. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. All right, bye, Sag.